Hi. I would like to discuss one of my favorite subjects, love. 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 Yeah. See, I love love so much that I got it tatted on me. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. See, love for me, it began with an experience. I had an experience with God. I had an experience. And since then, I've just felt this overwhelming feeling of wanting to love and to be loved. Yeah. So some people, or if you don't realize that there are many forms of love. There are several forms of love, right? But the love that I want to discuss here right now is the agape. Agape love. See, this agape love, let me see, I'm going to define it for you. Agape love, it's an unconditional love. Agape is the highest form of love. It says agape is charity. Agape, the love of God for man and of man for God. Agape. It says agape is the highest form of love. And the other loves, the ways of love, derives or contrasts from agape. So, that will lead me to believe you can't have the other forms of love. One would be phileo, or brotherly love, just the common love that you would have. Respect, I guess, love, respect that you would have for a brother, have for a neighbor, have for a stranger. Phileo. So I would like to believe the fact that phileo derives from the highest form. The highest form would be the one at the top, the beginning, agape. So phileo derives from it. So I don't believe that you can have phileo love, a brotherly love, just a genuine respect love for your neighbor, for your coworker, for your friends, without having the agape. Eros will be an erotic love. Yeah, an erotic love. So I don't believe that you can have an erotic love which derives from the highest love, agape, without having the agape. Because it extends to make phileo and to make eros and to make storage even. Those are the connectors. So, you can't have the others without having the one, the number one, the highest form, which is agape, right? So they erotic, So I can't have the eros love, which would, go along with someone that you feel very, not just intimate, but erotic about, that when the sex comes in, physical sex, intercourse comes in, you feel that attraction. Yeah. Not just regular love, you feel that attracting love, right? That beyond just intimacy, right? So that would be the eros. So, many can feel erotic. sexual towards another individual, another person, other people. So you feel the eros enough to be intimate, to have intercourse, right? But there's definitely a difference. That'll have to be another video. There's a difference. Having the agape love within you and feeling the love of eros, the erotic love, versus you don't have the agape, but you feel erotic towards someone. You know. And see, that's where I don't want to get ahead of myself. So agape love, unconditional. So I like to break things down in layman's terms, they call it, into the lowest form of understanding. I break everything down. So unconditional. So I looked up UN, the prefix UN, un, and that means not. Unconditional, not conditional, right? So I look up conditional. Is to have requirements, to have certain requirements to be met, requirements to be made, requirements to be granted. So the word is requirements. You have certain requirements. Yeah, before I can love you, before I can receive your love, I have requirements. You must grant my wishes. You must do this, you must do that. Yeah. So if you love me, why you don't do this and why you don't do that? There's requirements. So you have put conditions there. Yeah. But the highest form of love. Yeah. So that starts to sound like to me like a man-made love. You know, because we have remade our own thing out of everything. Out of what is supposed to be, should be naturally. You know, what's normal, you know, we have found a new normal and we have made it into what we want. So this is the man-made love. This is the earthly, worldly love. I have conditions. I have requirements. I have things that you must meet. Yeah, I will write them down for you, you know. I have 5 things that you must do in order for me to receive your love, for me to accept your love. In order for me to love you, you must do this and this and this first. You must have this. You must look like this. You must do that like that. That's the worldly love, where you have conditions. But that agape love, the highest form of love, that has no conditions. And I must say, many people, many of us, 30, 40, 50, 80 years old, have yet to experience the highest form of love. Yeah. And that actually saddens me to say, to know that someone will live, be birthed into this earth, into this world, go through time, years of life, and leave here at 70, 90, 62, and have never experienced a love that had no conditions. Say no conditions. If you want to come from the Bible, you have Bible scholars. They want to hear scriptures, right? This is particularly one of my scriptures that I love, that I actually recite to myself. I love it. It's 1 John 4:18, and it says, "A perfect love that casts out all fear." That one, y'all know that one? 1 John 4:18, there is no fear in love. There is no fear in love, but a perfect love drives out fear. Because fear involves punishment. The one who fears has not been perfected in love. So I think we try our best. We do what we can. We do what we know. We do how we was taught, how we was trained, what we saw with loving. We try to love. But we never quite get it perfected. Yeah, to even desire to even have the want to perfect love. Yeah. We have a lot of other things to do. We have other information that we would like to dissect, other, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? But so many other subjects become more important, or, becomes your focus of what you want to know more of. And it just never enters our mind that love, I can study on and perfect love. I can get better in love. And the way I love, the way I am allowing myself to be loved, right? So I think about when it says, because fear involves punishment. Yeah. But perfect love drives out fear. But because fear involves punishment. So now I think about when there's a wedding, and oftentimes when it comes to the wedding, or somebody is going to get married, and it becomes this thing, like they even have cake toppers and everything, like the man is supposed to be resisting this, you know what I'm saying? He's doing it, but he doesn't want to, or he's doing it, but he's running from the altar, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing of like, the woman's stance, when getting married is like, I got you, I got you now, you know what I'm saying? Wifey for lifey, right? And the man's stance is like, it's something, I'm going to do it. I'm getting ready to take the plunge, I guess it's my time in life, And it comes across as a punishment. Yeah. Like, if I do this, get married, I will begin to lose something. I will begin to miss out on something. Punishment. There will be a punishment there. Things won't be the same, I'll have to change who I am. And, perhaps you will. Perhaps you will. Transitioning from a single person to a married person, there's changes, right? There's changes. But within those changes should be something that you are ready to do. Like the chemical balances within your mind, now we're getting into physics, another video. We're getting into the physics and the science of love, right? So you have the chemistry. So boy meets girl, all right? Boy meets girl, and they hit it off, and they are the perfect match. And so now the chemicals within self, the biology makeup within self that for years have had you in single mode, right? You was in single mode. So you did literally whatever you want. Or should I say literally whoever you want, right? But the minute boy meets girl and you like, this is it. Things in your mind and your heart, your mind and your heart begins to connect and tells you that, tells self, like, it's time. Like, this is it. This is her. So now the mind begins to not change itself, but yeah, the mind begins to mix along with the body, the biology of self. Yeah, saying that it's time. Now it begins to be something, this change begins to be something you desire, right? So that is even a way to know. It's like, I don't know if I'm ready to get married, man. Or, the chick, I don't know if I want to marry him. I don't even know if I'm ready to get married. You know what I'm saying? So those become your questions, which are valid questions. You agree to do something, a next step. So valid questions, right? So you ask yourself those questions. Now, in my opinion, I feel like no, go in the back. Well, try to pick up where I left off. We shall see, right? Because right now my mind went blank. Okay, but I know we're talking about love. Yes, we're talking about love. Love in marriage. Love in marriage. In marriage. It goes together like a horse and carriage. I know y'all remember Love and Marriage, man. Yeah, I love Peggy. Ow! I love her. So, okay. About being ready to marry, right? Yeah. You don't know if you're ready for marriage. That's your question. That's what you're trying to get together. You love a person, or you feel like you love a person, but the distinguishing factor to rely on is you begin to want to make changes. Yeah. You don't feel like you are punishing yourself. Let me read it again, since we're back to punishment. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear involves punishment. You don't feel like you're being punished. You don't feel like you're punishing yourself. You don't feel like you're getting ready to be missing out. You feel like, hey, I stand to gain everything in this situation. Yeah. With this particular person, I know there's a gain here. I stand to gain. I have no problem or issues making significant changes. Yeah. So if you're walking to that altar and the whole time you're like, oh, yeah, no, you like the little man on the cake topper and the lady got him by the back of his shirt and you trying to. Now, it's all cute. Folks say I'm just all so serious and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But I just see through the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That's all, and it has its ups and its downs with the situation. So I can definitely say, oh, the little cake topper, it's funny, I done seen it before. At some point in my life, I thought that would be a cake topper that I would have. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, man, a cake topper when I'm running, And now it's like, no. My cake topper. Can you design your own cake topper? You probably can. I'm sure you can. You can do everything nowadays. My cake topper. Yeah. Let me tell you about my cake topper. The groom gonna be on here smiling from ear to ear. Do you hear me? Now, yeah, it's not to say that I or the bride on my cake topper. I'm gonna make a cake topper. It's not to say that the bride ain't gonna be happy and smiling as well, right? But since we put it onto the masculine energy, like they always feel like it's some kind of form of punishment. No, my groom, my male, gonna be smiling ear to ear. Yeah. Because he knows with this choice that I'm making, I stand to gain. It's no punishment here. There's nothing I'm finna lose out on that I need or that I want. Yeah. Like you begin the stance of, I deserve this. Why? I have let go of so many things. Yeah. I have made significant changes in my life. Been working on it, like I gave it all I got. Yeah, to get here to this day. Yeah, so I deserve it. I am fulfilled. So now what comes from the whole biology, now you're back to the biology of things, the biology of the mind and the heart. When you get to this time and this day, and what it does is it forms a smile. Yeah, a smile, a grin. A smile would insinuate some form of joy or happiness, right? This man is not running from the altar in distress. Yeah, insinuating a form of fear and punishment. Yeah, agape love. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to push out here. That's what I'm trying to bring in. Yeah, they say as within, so without. Yeah, so I'm trying to bring that within myself. I'm trying to perfect it. Yeah, and it's actually in my prayer routine. I want to be just like you, Lord. I want to love like you. I want to talk like you. I want to see like you. I want to be like God. Who else is there better to be like? You tell me. You tell me. It's a process. I'm making progress. It's all good. It's all good. It's no rush. But that's my desire. It's to perfect love. To love God just like he loves me. Agape, unconditional, not conditional, no conditions, no requirements. The highest form of love. So it says it is possible. God is God. You can't love like God. Why not? It's challenging. Like it's too challenging to you. So you'll just stick with the eros love. That's okay. That's fine, because everything boils down to a matter of choice. So everyone, you can do what you want. That's your choice. My desire is to challenge myself. To love myself unconditionally so that I can push that out. Yeah. Yeah. What I wrote down is there is no ifs. Ifs. No ifs. There's no ends. There's no buts about it. Do you love me? Do you love her? Do you love me? Y'all like my nigga voice, don't you? You love me? And they're like, yeah, I love you, bud. Huh? I don't want that love. I don't want that love. I don't want that love. What I want you to do is continue to do your thing over there. I need to continue on to find my match. Who is on their progress of perfecting love. Yeah. So I was watching this show. I have no idea. Watching something I was watching. And the lady had just recently got married. And the husband had did something to her. Like, I think he's supposed to have like accidentally, mistakenly, because they were newly married, newly living together, you know. She had moved in with him, right? And he had accidentally locked, I guess like the top lock or something. She had the key to the bottom lock. She locked the top lock. He locked the top lock, had her locked out. So she was upset. She was feeling some type of way about it, right? And out of her mouth, she said, after all of this happened, I don't even know if I love my husband anymore. Huh? You know, and it's not to judge her way of sending and receiving. No. Just saying, telling you my perspective of that thing. So you did something to me that I didn't really care for. That didn't really sit well with me. It didn't make me joyful and happy. And now I'm not sure if I love you anymore. Wow. We here in this human form, like we do things, we will be subject to doing things every day that might not come across the way we would want. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy said that he like mistakenly locked the top lock. It had kind of slipped his mind that she didn't have the top lock and that she needed to get in. He said he was used to at a certain time of the night making sure all the doors was locked. He apologized. Right? So I bet if he could turn back time, he'd be like, oh my God, like why the hell did I lock the top lock? You know what I'm saying? So him in his human form, he made a mistake. So who wants to be in that kind of fear to write, I can't make a mistake or they are not going to love me anymore? You can't make a mistake. Hey, I'll tell you right now, if I ain't liable to a mistake, baby, because your girl, man, we all flawed. We flawed out here. And because we're flawed, we come in this flawed, condition, you know what I'm saying? We are subject to mistakes every day. Some of us 2 or 3 a day. You know what I'm saying? But, we're going through our process. We're going through our journey, they say. Right? To where we become better lovers. We become a better mate. Yeah. We become better selves. Right? So it actually was funny. That was funny. It was funny to watch. Because if I was her in the situation, ain't no telling how I would respond, right? But it was funny to watch and to receive my perception of it. So that's just what I desire. A love where I can make mistakes and I have no fear in my mind that now this person will possibly not love me anymore. Like I want that to be like, that's off the table. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about if I lock him out by mistake. I locked the top lock, boo. I'm sorry. Didn't even know you didn't have your key to the top lock. Make that mistake and now I'm leaving. You wow, like that's big, right? So it's all right though. We're all learning and growing, and it's crazy because I feel like I could actually see how it triggered her. Something had triggered her with him locking her out like that, like abandoning her feeling of abandonment. Yeah, so that I got videos on trauma, childhood trauma that we grow up with, things that happen to us throughout life, other relationships, even, as children, things happen and we develop certain conditions and they're still affecting us 10 years later, older. Now she's married and I can see how something that happened, transpired in her life is still affecting her to where that really triggered something in her, right? I could just see it on her. Like she was really hurt. Like her heart was broken. Like really. So healing those past wounds and those traumas, you know what I'm saying? To get to a better you, a better self, a better lover. And when I say a lover, I'm talking about a lover of self. That's where it all derives. A lover of self. Your relationship with self and your relationship with God, with the one, with the creator. Right? That's where that's the beginning. Again, when they say highest form, agape, yeah, you become agape. God, agape is one, right? You become agape. You become agape. Don't let me lose you, please. You become agape. You become the highest form of love. His highest form of love is God. Yeah. And I'll just say you become like God. Yeah. As you perfect this agape, the highest form of love. Yeah. If you think you're anywhere, again, like I said, if you aspire to be like anyone, who would it be other than God? So I aspire to be like God. Because I know everything is in Him. Nothing is missing or lacking when you're in God, in love, when you have the highest form, agape. Yeah. Um, I can take that so many different avenues. I'm trying to see which way I want to take that. Maybe, yeah, because we already talked a little bit about chemistry, right? The physics and the science of love. Yeah, love is nothing but physics, in case you didn't know. Love is nothing but science. So it boils down to a chemistry, makeup, a chemical balance or imbalance. Mm-hmm. So you hear someone say like you meet your match, you meet your perfect match. I have a video on this as well. You can look that up when I talk a little bit about soulmates, the divine partner, and all that. So like your person, when you find your person, like I found my person. I met my person. This is my life partner. And those are, when they say that, like the difference, it's not just a husband or a wife, because there's many people that are married. Okay. There's a scripture coming to my mind about, was it the woman at the well? The woman at the well, I believe. Was that the woman with the issue of blood? Well, Jesus said to her, you've had many husbands, and even the one that you're with now is not your husband. Right? So I think we all have been in this and fallen into this, getting in relationships, out of relationships, in another relationship, out of another relationship, in another one, out of another one. All right, I'm going to take a little break, then I get into another relationship, out of another relationship. Right? And again, I am trying to tell a story. I'm trying to explain my subject. So I do not say a wrong or a right. There's no wrong and a right in any given situation. It's a good choice and a bad choice. It's a choice that's for you. It's a choice that's not for you. That's what it is. So there's no good or bad. I'm not saying anybody get in that relationship, they wrong. That's not what I'm saying. Because along with getting in and out of these relationships, they're for a reason as well. We have lots of lessons to learn and to grow, and to eventually get to this agape love, even desiring to have it, even desiring to be this highest form of love. You have to go through some stuff. All right? Most of what I talk about, any of my videos, I'm not saying it from what I see. I'm saying it because I'm a person, I chose to be a person that experiences. I wanted to experience. Yeah. I wanted to go through it. So I went through it, in and out relationships, I went through that. That's why I'm able to sit here now today and tell you this like I'm saying it. Right? I talked about this right here a little bit in my Capricorn reading video. that we are so hard-headed. So hard-headed. When I say we're hard-headed, you know, we like to learn the hard way. We could see something happening to someone. We can have someone tell us, like I'm doing now. Someone tell us what's going on and what's what and how to deal with this situation. What's the best way to go about it, you know. And no, it's not to say that because I'm saying this that you should do what I'm saying. However, you can hear someone say something and it could sit with you. It could resonate with you. It could be fitting for you. It could hit your gut of surety that that's good, but we won't take heed to it. We won't follow it. We won't. We want to do it and learn it ourselves. And for some people, that's what they want. That's how they learn. That's what they signed up for, right? But imagine not having to go through something that I already went through. I already been through it. I already learned the lesson. Allow it to be that I learned the lesson for us all. I learned the lesson for you. You don't have to go through it. You know, let's say this video reaches someone that is, let's say a little younger in age, or just a person that hasn't done a lot of dating. You know what I'm saying? Someone that has never been married, right? Let me be the one, hey, I learned the lesson for you. The getting in and out of relationships lesson, I learned it for you already, right? So I'm suggesting to you to avoid some heartbreak, to avoid some disappointment. Yeah, there is someone lined up for you, which we call our perfect match, our divine partner, our soulmate. And you guys will meet at a timing when both of you guys are, let's do it like this. Yeah, you might not be growing together, but you may as well say you are. Because right when it's time for y'all to meet, somehow, some way, your chemical imbalances are matching. You're desiring the same things. You're desiring true love, agape love. You're going through your journey of bettering yourself, loving yourself. Yeah, you are open to love, receptive to giving and receiving love. Right? So you get into relationships and you think you've been kind of working on yourself, you know what I'm saying? You've been trying to be mature and grow up, right, and go about things the right way, but now you meet someone, ooh, they so fine, and you jump into this relationship and no, this person ain't ready to receive your love. Yeah. It's mismatched. It's mismatched. So now, you take it because you love him and he's fine. Oh my God. So you take it for so long, however long is so long to you, maybe years go by. And then you're like, no, this relationship didn't work. Now you're out of a relationship, got disappointment, and you got heartbreak here that you just dealt with. Avoid that. It's all a matter of choice. The day that you hear my voice, harden not your heart. Yeah, we get so many red flags, warnings, and we just bypass them. And then we get ourselves into things, and then oh God, why? Why me? How did I get into this? Lord, why would you allow me to get into this? The Lord didn't want you to. He was sending you all the red flags. That's not okay. That's not straight. She ain't the one. Don't do this with him. My son here is not ready for you. Not ready for what you're ready for. Y'all are not compatible. Okay? The chemistry is not matching. Yes. Thank you guys for viewing this video. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Press the like button as well if anything that I said sound good for you in your situation. Yes, you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment as well. If you look in the description box, you will see my email account. If you can keep all your emails very limited to, you can leave your names if you just need prayer. If you have questions pertaining to a certain video, if you will please have the title of the video so that I can know what to refer to or what video you're referring to. I do provide one-on-one, say counseling, but talking sessions, talking consultations. I do provide those as well. Those fees will be in the description box. I do personal astrology or intuitive reads as well, let you know about your past, present, future, or if you have certain questions, and the details of that will be in the description box as well. If you already subscribed to my channel, thank you. I do appreciate all support. So we have lots of work to do, but the good thing is there is no hurry. We're not in a rush at all. Right? Because we're going to perfect this love. All right? We're going to perfect this love. We're going to look at love and look at people, look at ourselves from the highest perception, the highest form, agape love. Oh, it's possible. Okay? Anything is possible with God. And I will not end this video without sending you love and light.